Students, we will discuss about fish diseases part 3rd, infectious type of protozoan parasitic diseases. Synopsis. First, introduction. Second, role of parasitology in fishes. Third, major parasitic diseases, that is protozoan diseases in fishes, trematode diseases in fishes, cestode diseases in fishes, and crustacean diseases. Second, introduction. The term parasite is derived from Greek word para means besides and cytos means food. So parasite is an organism which lives in or on another organism, that is its host, and benefits deriving nutrients at the other's expense. The study of parasites of fishes is called fish parasitology. Types of parasites. First, on the basis of host specificity. On the basis of host specificity, parasites are classified as monogenous, oligogynous, and polygynous. Monogenous, which are adapted for life in only one host species, that is, they are specific for it. Oligogynous, that is, which can live in several hosts, even though one or more among them may be the typical host. Third, polygynous, which do not have host specificity and being capable of infecting many hosts. For example, Ichthyopoda species infect many teleosts. Second, on the basis of number of hosts for completion of their life cycle. On the basis of number of hosts for the completion of life cycle, parasites can be classified into two categories: stenogenous and heterogeneous. Stenogenous, which complete their life cycle in single host individual. Second, heterogeneous, which require more individuals for completion of their life cycle. It may be of again two types: diheterogeneous and triheterogeneous, which have two hosts in their life cycle; triheterogeneous, which have three hosts in their life cycle. Parasites can also be classified on the basis of localization of parasites in the body of hosts. According to this classification, parasites can be classified into two categories, that is ectoparasite and endoparasite. Ectoparasite, which live on the external surface of the bodies of their hosts. Second, endoparasite, which live in the interior, that is inside the body of the host. D. On the basis of dependency. On the basis of dependency, parasites may be of four types, that is permanent, facultative, obligatory, and periodic. Permanent means which permanently live in contact of the host. Facultative means which can live without a host. Obligatory means which cannot live without a host. Periodic, which visits its host at intervals. Role of parasitology in fisheries. First, disease as a contributing factor to natural mortality, and second, disease as an indicator of pollution effect. Third, human pathogens transferred by fish. Disease as a contributing factor to natural mortality. First, total mortality is equal to fishing mortality plus natural mortality. Second, predation, starvation, spawning, stress, disease, environmental catastrophes, and senility are major causes of natural mortality. Third, natural mortality is largely dependent on degree of fishing mortality. Fourth, diseased fish are likely to be more easily than healthy fishes. Mortality due to disease is partly replaced by mortality due to fishing. Second, disease as an indicator of pollution effect. Parasites as biological tags. First, mortality due to tagging. Second, parasites are as natural tags to replace the artificial tags. Human pathogens transferred by fish. Mycobacterium marium from skin of fishes cause inflammation in the skin of human. Second, causative parasites of some well-known diseases of man such as clonorchiasis, opithorchiasis, anis, anisakiasis, gnathostomiasis only occur in freshwater fishes. Parasites of fish are not strictly pathogens, but they make a convenient classification as infectious disease of fish. uh, Pepperna 1996, as they are often accompanied or followed by secondary bacterial or fungal infections. Fish parasites infest the gills, skin, gut, or as a grub like worms in fish muscle tissue, causing irritation, impaired function, weight loss, and eventually fish kill. Francis Floyd, 2005. Major parasitic diseases are: first, protozoan diseases. They are of two types: flagellates and ciliates and flagellates. Second, monogenian trematodes and digenian trematodes. Monogenian trematodes are Dactylogyrus species, Gyrodactylus species. Fourth, nematodes. Fifth, cestodes. Sixth, parasitic crustaceans, which includes Ergacillus, Lernia, Argulus. Seven, leeches. However, these mentioned above are only a few problems. Fishes, protozoan diseases are divided into following categories: ciliated protozoans and flagellated protozoans. Now, we come to the protozoan diseases in fishes. First is ichthyophthiriasis, that is white spot disease. This disease is also known as itch or white spot disease. The causative agent of this disease is a protozoan ciliate Ichthyophthiriasis multifilus. It infects different regions of the body externally. The parasite causes simple hyperplasia of epidermal cells around the site of infection, causing forming pustules. Symptoms of this disease are whitish cysts on the skin, gills or fins, simple hyperplasia of epidermal cells around the site of infection, causing forming of pustules, white cysts on the skin, gills and fins. This is the picture of ichthyophthiriasis, that is white spot disease. Transmission of ichthyophthiriasis, that is white spot disease. First, the disease is transmitted through direct or indirect contact with infected fish. Second, water acts as vehicle for spreading the infection. Third, the disease is easily introduced to fish culture by adding new infected fish or contaminated aquatic plants. Control measures: hourly bath treatment for 7 days in 2 to 5% NaCl solution. Prompt treatment advocated in is application of 15 to 25 milligram per liter. Proper management: A. Decrease of stocking rate of fish in pond must be done. B. Increase of water inflow of the pond to take theroids away. C. Dead fish should be removed as soon as they are found. The immature theron die, but the mature trophonts begin to drop off as tomons and assist immediately. The pond should be drained and dried after an outbreak, then treated with quicklime for killing cysts. This is the picture of Ichthyophthiriasis multifilus. Costeiasis, that is ichthyobodosis. This disease is caused by Mastigophora costea nicatrix. Species prone to this disease are freshwater and marine fishes, particularly pond fishes. This disease commonly occurred in those fishes which are cultivated in ponds having water with low pH and are nutrients deficient. It is most common Mastigophoran infection observed in Indian major carps. These parasites live on skin, gills, and the fins where they cause lesions. These diseased fish have bluish or grayish film on the skin which later on becomes a red patch. Eventually the fish becomes weak due to loss of appetite and presence of large amount of mucus. Symptoms: bluish or grayish film on the skin which later on becomes red patch. Eventually the fish becomes weak due to loss of appetite and presence of large amount of mucus. The parasite causes irritation and disrupts respiration. Transmission of coccidiosis. The parasites are transmitted from fish to other through water. Infection occurs when free swimming forms attach to fish. The flagella on the free swimming stage are presumed to be used for site selection and the ventral flat disc for attachment in the parasitic form. Both free swimming and parasitic stages multiply by longitudinal binary fission. Control measures: both treatment of fishes with 2 to 3% NaCl or 50 mg per liter KMnO4 and prawn treatment with 5 mg per liter KMnO4 or 25 mg per liter formalin. Formalin 250 mg per liter for 1 hour by bath method. Acriflavin 10 mg per liter for 10 hours by bath method. Next, whirling disease, that is black tail. Species prone to disease is rainbow trout. The causative agent of this disease are Myxoma cerebralis, Myxosporidium protozoans. The fish infected by this protozoa shows the symptoms as abnormal swimming, darkening of posterior part and skeletal deformation, pancreatic necrosis and lesions. Transmission of whirling disease, that is black tail. The route of transmission to the new host is orally. The spores gain entrance to the fish by ingestion and the spore plasm of the spore emerges and migrates to the cartilage through blood and lymph vessels. The very small spore plasm is called trophozoite, grows and its nuclei divide repeatedly to form a much larger organism which finally produces spores. Control measures: there is no therapy for treatment of infected fish. Next, good management practices, that is proper feeding for proper growth. Third, daily bath of fish in NaCl solution of 7000 ppm. Next, drying the fish farm and disinfection the bottom with calcium oxide are the control measures of the disease. Trichodinosis. Species prone to this disease are Katla, Rohu, Indian major calves, Tilapia and Salmonids. This disease is caused by a group of peritracheal ciliated protozoans. Trichodina truti is considered to be specific pathogen for Salmonids. Symptoms: fish exhibit flashing and become lethargic, increase in mucus. The skin may develop ulcers and fins may fray. There is an increase in mucus production causing a white to bluish haze on the skin. Transmission of trichodinosis. Fish are infected with trichodina through direct transmission from fish to fish or from organisms in the water originating from a subclinically infested reservoir host. The organisms reproduce by binary fission whereby daughter organisms either attach immediately to the original host or seek a new host in the water column. Control measures: 3 to 5% common salt solution bath and 200 ppm formalin bath are the control measures of this disease. Thank you.